Right now, live at 5.
He didn't deserve to be shot and killed like this.
We're learning more about the officer-involved shooting outside of Minneapolis that left a young black man dead. That shooting happened just 10 miles from where former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin's trial is underway. And in Washington, the Biden administration touts vaccines administered as the U.S. sets a new one-day record. And later,
coming up tonight, Duluth East High School prepares for in-person graduation ceremonies here at Amsoil Arena.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at the city of Minneapolis, as both Minneapolis and St. Paul have declared states of emergency in anticipation of unrest following yesterday's shooting. There is a curfew in place in both communities, and affected counties include Hennepin, Ramsey, and Anoka, beginning at 7 o'clock tonight and lasting until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. Police in Brooklyn Center released the body cam footage from that officer-involved shooting at a press conference earlier today. The police chief told reporters he believes it was an accidental discharge, and while he described the video as graphic and unedited, he says the public needs to see it. CBS's Jamie Yukas has more from Minneapolis.
Body cam footage reveals a Brooklyn Center police officer yells "taser" multiple times before firing her handgun and fatally shooting 20-year-old Dante Wright. Chief Tim Gannon told reporters he believes the officer, described as very senior, intended to deploy her taser.
This appears to me, from what I've viewed and the officer's reaction and distress immediately after, that this was an accidental discharge that resulted in the tragic death of Mr. Wright.
Police say Wright was pulled over for an expired registration. Officers then determined there was an outstanding arrest warrant and tried to arrest him. Wright is seen getting back into his car, and then the officer fires. The car traveled several blocks before hitting another vehicle.
He didn't deserve to be shot and killed like this.
The incident occurred just 10 miles from where the murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is underway.
We are in pain right now. And we recognize that this couldn't have happened at a worse time.
The shooting sparked violent protests overnight and clashes with police. The chief defended the use of flashbangs and tear gas to try to break up the group.
We had to disperse the crowd because we can't allow our officers to be harmed.
An investigation into the officer is underway, and she's on administrative leave.
I think we can look at the video and ascertain whether or not she'll be returning.
The department is bracing for more protests tonight. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, Brooklyn Center, Minnesota.
The Minnesota Twins, Wild, and Timberwolves have all postponed today's games, and President Biden has weighed in on the shooting, calling for calm while the investigation unfolds. We'll hear from Governor Tim Walz and other officials tonight at 6. And it was day 11 in the trial of Derek Chauvin today. And today we saw testimony from medical experts as well as emotional testimony from George Floyd's brother. This morning, Judge Peter Cahill did deny the defense's request to sequester the jury after yesterday's shooting. Cardiologist Dr. Jonathan Rich, who reviewed Floyd's death, also took the stand today to dispute a key defense argument, saying, quote, George Floyd did not die from an acute cardiac event, and he did not die from a drug overdose, end quote. Dr. Rich echoed previous medical testimony blaming Floyd's death on the actions of former police officer Derek Chauvin. The defense tried to reshift the blame to Floyd, saying if he had just gotten in the car, he would still be alive. Prosecution is expected to wrap up soon, and the defense has yet to say if Chauvin himself will take the witness stand. Closing statements could come next week. Developing news this evening out of Tennessee about a school shooting at a high school in Knoxville. Authorities say multiple people, including a police officer, have been wounded at Austin East Magnet High School, and the scene has since been secured. One person is reported to have died. The Knoxville Police Department tweeted that authorities were on the scene of the shooting today shortly after 3 o'clock. The online posting said a Knoxville Police Department officer was reported among the several reported gunshot victims. Police urge people to avoid that area, and we will continue to watch for any updates on this story. The Biden administration says its vaccine rollout plan is accelerating, but it says it will not change how it distributes the vaccines to states, even if some states are seeing a rise in new cases. Natalie Brand has more details from Washington.
The U.S. set a new one-day record for vaccine shots delivered this weekend. Andy Slavitt, the White House's senior COVID response advisor, tweeted 4.6 million doses were administered Saturday alone.
We're administering shots at a record pace, and we're adding millions more each week.
Michigan, which is seeing the country's biggest surge in new cases, is asking for more vaccines to be diverted to the state.
What's happening in Michigan today could be what's happening in other states tomorrow. And so it's on all of us to recognize if we can squash where we're seeing hot spots, it's in everyone's best interest.
But the Biden administration says it will not surge doses to state hotspots.
The answer to that is to really close things down, to go back to our basics, to go back to where we were last spring, last summer, and to shut things down, to flatten the curve, to decrease contact with one another.
The CDC says the rise in cases in the upper Midwest can be traced to the variant first detected in the UK and is being spread more easily among school-aged children, especially those taking part in sports. Michigan's governor is calling for a 2-week pause in youth sports and in-person learning in high schools.
We are encouraging schools to move forward, to take a pause right now, and to promulgate policies to keep their students and their staff safe.
The FDA says it's evaluating a new request by Pfizer to expand emergency use authorization of its COVID vaccine to young people ages 12 to 15.
Pfizer says it tested its vaccine on more than 2,000 young people ages 12 to 15, and none of the recipients developed symptomatic infections or had serious side effects. The results of that trial have not yet been published in a peer-reviewed journal. Michigan's governor is asking for more vaccines as COVID cases in her state surge. Governor Gretchen Whitmer plans to work with the White House as President Biden has said Washington will give Michigan more federal resources to support vaccinations and testing, but not additional vaccines. Michigan currently has the highest rate of new coronavirus infections in the U.S. The state reported 6,900 cases Saturday and 74 more deaths. Michigan does not report COVID-19 data on Sundays. It's a similar story in Minnesota, where new infections are also on the rise. Yesterday, the state reported about 1,800 new COVID cases and 13 deaths. Daily case numbers are up about 47% over the past 2 weeks. That puts Minnesota at 5th in the nation for new cases per population. More than 2 million Minnesotans have at least one dose of the vaccine so far. And in Wisconsin, cases are trending up by about 34% over the past 2 weeks as well. Wisconsin reported nearly 570 new cases yesterday, along with 1 new death. Over the weekend, health leaders announced just under 25% of Wisconsin adults, or about 1.4 million people, are now fully vaccinated. Dave's here for a first check of the weather. Pretty rainy Monday out there.
Yeah, and it was a rainy Sunday. That rain came back earlier than I expected, frankly, a few hours earlier. But Saturday, it may have been cloudy for most of us, but at least it was dry. Now the latest round of precipitation is rolling in, and as we take a live look up towards Grand Portage, well, the sky is cloudy, the surface is a little bit foggy, and the roads are wet, and likely will stay looking like this through Wednesday as this latest low-pressure system spins through our area. You can see the center of circulation's right over the Twin Ports, and it's spinning around on its axis, bringing in rain right now, but when it cools tonight, there's a chance for things to turn over to a little bit of snow. 60% chance for the mix, featuring flurries tonight with low temps down near 30. Then tomorrow's high temps kept down by the clouds will only get towards about 40. 60% chance for the mix in the form of showers. How much of that snow is going to try to stick over 2 nights? I'll show you the latest estimates on that in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, a local transit service is offering free rides to vaccine appointments this Wednesday. More on that as we take you around the Northland after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3.
Hey Northland, Link RV has just opened a brand new 18,000 square foot service and parts facility to meet all your RV needs. With 12 service bays and our brand new parts showroom, we're sure to have everything you're looking for. Link RV, our reputation is everything.
Eagan, Minnesota is the upper Midwest destination for family fun, like the beautiful state-of-the-art Vikings Museum or Cascade Bay, the largest outdoor municipal water park in the upper Midwest. Plenty of family fun at an affordable price. Unlimited opportunities at Twin Cities Premium Outlets, the largest outlet mall in the upper Midwest. And with over 100 restaurants from upscale steakhouses to casual pubs, an abundance of great choices to eat. With nearly 20 incredible hotels, you'll find a perfect place to unwind. Eagan, Minnesota. It's where fantastic fun is found.
Introducing the Cool Turtle, the ultra-comfortable mask enhancer that creates a protective, cool, and breathable space between your mask and your face. Simply slide under any mask or gaiter and immediately feel the refreshing pocket of air surrounding your face. Cool Turtle's ergonomically designed, soft, comfortable shell immediately reduces mask friction, allowing you to breathe and talk in a comfortable environment.
I can actually breathe. With the Cool Turtle, no more sweating.
It's like I don't even have a mask on.
Call now and get not one, not two, but 3 Cool Turtles for just $10. Order now and we'll send you 2 more Cool Turtles free. No fees, absolutely free. Plus, you can get a 10-pack of 4-ply face masks. Just pay a separate fee. This offer is not available on Amazon. Get the real Cool Turtle now.
Call 1-800-379-1590. That's 1-800-379-1590 or visit getcoolturtle.com. Order now.
Tuesday on CBS3 this morning, an update on the investigation and unrest near Minneapolis after a young man was shot and killed by police.
And I'll continue tracking our rain snow mix, also a look at some rainfall totals.
So make sure to wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from downtown Duluth, where the final phase of construction to Superior Street began today. Traffic from 1st to 3rd Avenue West will be closed until Grandma's Marathon, with the intersections of 3rd and 4th Avenues East closing after that. Dave will be in with this week's forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. A food distribution event coming up tomorrow, and a few public library locations are beginning to open back up. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We'll start tonight in Eveleth, where a local transit service will be helping with COVID-19 vaccine appointments this week. This Wednesday, Arrowhead Transit will be providing free rides to Scenic Rivers Health Services from 11:30 to 12:30. Pickups will be made in Forbes, Elbow Lake, Iron Junction, and West Eveleth. To schedule a ride or set up a vaccine appointment, call the numbers on your screen. We will also have that information available on our website. We head to Duluth next, where today the Duluth Public Library is starting phase 3 of its reopening plan. Called Library Express, visitors will be allowed back inside the Mount Royal and West Duluth locations. Services now available will include in-person pickup of held items and in-person visits to choose and check out items. Masks and social distancing will be required. No appointments are needed at this time, and both locations will be open for Library Express Monday through Friday. We wrap up tonight in Grand Marais at the Cook County Community Center, where Ruby's Pantry will be open once again tomorrow. Ruby's Pantry is a food distribution program sponsored by Spirit of the Wilderness Episcopal Church that operates the second Tuesday of every month. The event will run from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Those coming to pick up food should come down Creechville Road from the Gunflint Trail. A donation is suggested but not required. Everyone is eligible. And if there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, we see what local high schools are planning for their commencement ceremonies as the pandemic has widely affected this school year. More on that in just a few minutes.
Here's the almanac for Duluth International Airport, which says another 1/3 of an inch of rain fell today, bringing the April total to an inch more than normal, helping to fight back the drought troubles that we had for a good chunk of time. Well, more drought-busting rain and even some snow possible over the next couple of days. We'll talk about the odds of chaos and how much snow will try to infiltrate the region coming up after our break.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Vaki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
The world changed in an instant, but at MediaCom, we were ready. And as internet traffic increased, we never slowed down. Schools and businesses went virtual, and we powered a new reality. For more than 20 years, we've been building a future-ready network to keep you ahead of it all. And now, MediaCom will be among the first to take you to 10G. We're making the next giant leap forward in internet technology and taking you further than you can imagine.
That's not bacon. It's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
What are you doing? Don't you even know how to dump your trash? Poop fairy? It's no poop fairy. Huh? And I'm more than dog poop and parks. I care about everything that hits our streams and lakes, including your overflowing garbage. Your trash starts here and ends here.
Hey, that goes right to the water.
Learn a poop ton more online.
Let's make healthy happen in 2021. Join and pay $0 enrollment going on now through April 30th. For more information, visit anytimefitness.com.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
You're on the boat at RJ Sports.
We're learning more about the reasons behind two women's resignation from UMD following reports of a hostile work environment.
We got one dry day this weekend, but now more precip is coming. I'll talk about the form it takes.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Economy Garages. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Cloud cover never really left us. Saturday was fairly dry, at least here in the Twin Ports. Then the rains came back on Sunday a few hours earlier than I expected, and now back with us today, keeping temperatures down. The normal highs around 47. A good swath of Minnesota didn't get there. 44, for example, International Falls, 42 for Hibbing, 43 in Hermantown, 45 Moose Lake. Ashland is a community that did beat it, though, 50 there, 48 for Hayward. Well, they got it by a hair. And towards the UP, 49 to 50, not too bad comparatively. For the next several days, temperatures will stay down as the clouds stay up, and it'll be cool enough at night for a rain-snow mix. I will show a chart indicating how much could be coming down here in just a bit. Right now, we take a look at our current conditions. From Duluth International Airport, it's 43 degrees, 86% is our relative humidity. A westerly-southwesterly winds running 11 miles per hour, and the air pressure low again at 29.7 inches of mercury. Now, current temperatures. Well, we're still holding on to 49 to 50 in the UP. Northern Wisconsin's running anywhere from 40 in Superior to 49 degrees in Ashland. And for Minnesota numbers here, looks like a range of 39 for a lot of towns, goes to about 43 degrees towards Moose Lake. So from Aiken to Moose Lake, you can run the high and the low of our region in just a few miles. But now, let's get a look at the Doppler and satellite map for our region. Center of low pressure right over the Twin Ports, spinning to this direction to the north of it, and this direction down towards the south of it. Get topsy-turvy here on this green screen once in a while. Bottom line is it's the perfect classic cyclonic flow of low pressure system. So we're getting rain right now that the temperatures are above freezing, but tonight the other shoe could drop as cooler temperatures come in behind the cold front, shifting our showers over towards flurries. And this low is backed up by a second one farther to the west, which will keep the mix going through Wednesday. So we put all of that together, and we take a look at this chart then that indicates how much snow could fall by the end of that period. So it's going to take like 48 hours to get snow totals like this. And roughly it means about a trace to maybe an inch or two. 1 to 2 inches possible for many inland Minnesota communities, and really trace to less than an inch for Wisconsin and for Michigan. So snow fans, it doesn't mean one last sled run here. No, it just might mean a night to be cautious on the roadways. Tonight's forecast, Minnesota, 60% chance for this mix, with low temps going about 29 to actually 27 to 32 degrees. For Wisconsin and Michigan, 29 to 32, 60% chance for the mix over there as well. And for tomorrow, a cloudy day, 60% mix chance again for Wisconsin and the UP. High temps cooler than normal, 39 to 42. Minnesota high temps cooler than normal from about 36 to 42. Southwest wind for all zones, 5 to 15 miles per hour. That's a sign of a low pressure system and its cold front approaching. So Wednesday, we will finally drop it back to a 30% chance for the mix with a high then of 45. So by Wednesday night, that's when we might have that trace to 1 or 2 inches possible there. And if we can just hold on, starving for vitamin D here, till Thursday. Thursday, we get a drier period coming around, and it looks like it may be with us all the way through next Monday. High temps, not blazingly warm, but at least it'll go back to normal.
Yeah, sounds like just some nuisance snow might fall.
A little nuisance snow, yeah, tonight and tomorrow night. So do drive cautiously overnight. You know, west of Bemidji, they're looking at a winter weather advisory. That's where the bulk of any snow may fall, and some folks would say they're welcome to it.
Yes, that's what I would say. Thanks, Dave. We're learning more about how some Northland high schools are aiming for in-person graduation ceremonies this year. This comes after the pandemic forced many to change plans or not hold the ceremony at all in 2020. CBS3's Emma Quinn shares how some school districts plan to have their students safely walk across the stage this spring.
Here at the Amsoil Arena, the Duluth East High School is preparing for an in-person graduation ceremony come June. The school will tentatively hold 2 commencement ceremonies to allow for social distancing. According to a letter from the district to families, the commencements will be held several hours apart on the same day. There will also be assigned seating for guests. On the Iron Range, Hibbing High School leaders are hoping to give their students an in-person graduation ceremony too.
We would like to be in the auditorium as the Hibbing High School has done for years and years. Last year, of course, we had to be outside and kind of the drive-up, drive-through style.
Hibbing officials say masks will be required along with social distancing, and the ceremony will be limited in capacity compared to years past. For East High School, masks will be required, and seniors will be given a mask as part of their commencement attire.
Thanks, Emma. We also reached out to the Duluth School District to learn about Denfeld High School's plans. We have not heard back yet. Tonight at 6, we'll hear from Hibbing students on their thoughts of having a somewhat traditional graduation ceremony after a not-so-traditional school year. Still to come, the United States has lost more than 500,000 people to the pandemic. How FEMA is helping those affected cope with funeral costs after the break.
For over 20 years, Breeze Roofing has been totally dedicated to getting the job done right, and done right now. We pride ourselves on being the highest quality exterior remodelers in the area. Call Breeze for all your roofing needs.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota L-Series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
No one serves you better than Lulich Implement.
Black Bear Casino Resort is proud to present Grammy Award winner Clint Black to the Otter Creek Event Center Friday, July 30th. 22 #1 career singles and numerous other awards. Don't miss country music icon Clint Black live. Tickets are on sale now and available at the Players Club or online at blackbearcasinoresort.com. Make the Bear your place for Clint Black Live July 30th.
Are you ready to freshen up your spring wardrobe? Then let the stylists at Angie's Closet help you find the perfect clothing or accessories that fit just your style. Want to give your home a new spring look? Angie has you covered with her new home goods collection. Visit Angie's Closet today, located on Tower Avenue.
Ready for spring? Northwest Outlet is with a complete line of fashions for men, women, and the kids. From the North Face and Columbia's entire line. New colors, styles on capris, tees, shorts, rain, wind, and fleece jackets. And UPF sun-rated clothing. Big bargains on sandals, rubber boots, and trail shoes from Keen, Teva, Merrill, Chaco, Columbia, and the North Face. See our huge selection of rubber boots and rain gear for kids. Get smart wool and darn tough socks for the whole family. Northwest Outlet Superior. We'll make sure you look good.
The big 6% instant rebate is back. Hi, John with Prime Appliance, and yep, that's right. You'll get an additional 6% off on the floor price instantly when you pay at the counter. What could be sweeter? Get this Frigidaire laundry pair with an electric dryer, regularly $14.98, on sale for $13.49. After the 6% rebate, just $12.69. Or get a small upright freezer, just $2.15 after rebate. We'll have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance, it's the best place to buy your appliances.
Memorial Blood Centers is facing a critical challenge maintaining an adequate supply of blood to meet the needs of our hospital partners. Donating blood is essential for healthcare and the health of our community, especially during a pandemic. To schedule an appointment or learn more, call 1-888-448-3253 or visit NBC.org.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCoppel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
Over the past year, the families of more than 560,000 Americans have had to bury their loved ones who died of COVID-19. Today, they can now apply for federal aid to offset some of those costs. FEMA is now accepting applications through a toll-free hotline for funeral cost reimbursement. They're offering up to $9,000 per funeral to ease the financial burden on families who have lost loved ones due to COVID-19. To be eligible for reimbursement, the death must have occurred in the U.S., and the death certificate must list COVID as a direct or indirect cause of death. That is causing trouble for some families whose loved ones have different conditions listed as the cause of death, despite being admitted for COVID-19. Hospitals can change the cause of death, but those affected say they are having to deal with too much bureaucracy to get the help they need.
Coming up here on the CBS Evening News, fatal mix-up in Minnesota. A 20-year-old killed after a police officer accidentally fires her gun instead of her taser. The protests tonight just miles away from the trial of Derek Chauvin. Plus, why Iran tonight is vowing revenge against Israel for a blackout at the country's largest nuclear plant. And history at the Masters. Hideki Matsuyama takes the green jacket, an inspiration to young golfers around the world. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, playing football. My coach had reached out to me and told me that there was this great school here in Minnesota, Itasca Community College, and I started doing my research and talking to the school and see what I needed to do to apply and get in, and of course they helped me do that. It's a wonderful school. When I came here to visit, it automatically felt like home. I was just good with my surroundings, and it was fun and nice people here. Itasca is the best place to start. It sets me up for great achievement in the future.
Are you interested in working in the construction industry? Hi, I'm Jamie Bird, owner and general manager of Economy Garages USA. This spring, we'll be hiring building, concrete, and excavation crew members to add to our growing company. These full-time positions include health, dental, and life insurance, along with an IRA, on-the-job training, and many other benefits. Visit economygarages.com and check out our employment page for more details.
Hey Northland, Link RV has just opened a brand new 18,000 square foot service and parts facility to meet all your RV needs. With 12 service bays and our brand new parts showroom, we're sure to have everything you're looking for. Link RV, our reputation is everything.
At UCare, we have something to say to all our members, new and old. Thanks for choosing UCare, giving us more reasons to keep moving forward and doing what we do best, answering questions and helping members make the most of their plan benefits. Because we're simplifiers, decomplicators, and, well, figure outers. Call or go online. We're here for you. Hey, we're always around somewhere.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we learned the latest on yesterday's fatal officer-involved shooting in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. The police chief told reporters he believes it was an accidental discharge. We'll hear from Metro leaders tonight at 6 as both Minneapolis and St. Paul are in states of emergency.
I think some of the men in the department see this as a bit of a game.
That's reaction from a former UMD professor who resigned from the Mathematics and Statistics Department in 2018. She cited sexism and misogyny in the department. Others came forward with complaints, and the university launched an investigation in 2019. 1 year later, they released their findings. Tonight at 6, we hear from several women on the faculty who say nothing has changed since the report came out almost 2 years ago, plus response from university leaders. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you at 6.